Hello, friends. This is Jimmy from Can Have an Immigration Canada. We're live again to answer your immigration related questions. So, I just wanted to tell you guys please make sure your questions are general. If it's a case specific, it'll be advisable to you guys to book a consultation and then go all over the detail about your case. But in the chat on the live session, we can only answer your general questions. So that will be more suitable for me because for if you have a question that is case related, you have to know more detail about particular case. Only then you will be able to answer all of them. Again, good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you guys are. My name is Jimmy. I'm from Can Have an Immigration Canada, and we are our company is based in Alberta, Calgary. Since 2013, we're a member of ICCRC in good standing since 2013 and help thousands of clients basically into each category of immigration. And after that, we have dealt with the typical cases, rejection, refusals, any kind of cases you can name in the Canadian immigration. We have dealt successfully. All of our directors and consultant ICCRC recognize, and they have a vast variety of knowledge about Canadian immigration laws. Yeah, so I'll be able to answer yes the question. If you still need more explanation about your questions, you can simply contact us through the number email given above, and we'll be able to set up a consultation one-on-one with you guys. Yes, for 8 months study permit, yes, you can get a PR, but it depends upon a lot of other factors. And because with the 8 months, you will maximum you can get a 1 year of work post grad work permit after that. So make sure when you are starting your journey, you should have a solid plan, like what you want to do. If you're just coming for PR, 8 months won't help you. Like 1 year is nothing. 6 months, sometime client won't be able to get uh, find a job in 3 4 months after they finish their studies. So it's all up to you guys what you want to do, how much money you want to spend. So it's advisable to get a good advice from a solid consultant or a lawyer. Yes, we do charge consultation fees, but that will give you a solid knowledge what you're going to do, what are the steps you need to take. I know a lot of clients, they come to us when they have 2 3 months left on their work permit. What to do now? Now you can simply do, you can find for another LMIA job, or you can simply return to your country of citizenship. Those are the only two options if you want to stay legal. IELTS compulsory for LMIA? No, IELTS not required. All depends upon what kind of LMIA you are applying. If you are going into medical field, the high skilled, yes, sometime you do require it, but for the lower skills, it's not required. So again, I'll go through some of the updates that happen. Uh, Today we got another update from Alberta PNP, the ANP draw. The minimum cut-off score in that one goes down to 300. So if you have 300 or more and you fulfill all other conditions for ANP, you must have got the nomination as of now. So there are 148 invitations that were issued as of today. You must have working in Alberta at this moment, even you are working from your home, must have a work authorization for the current employer, and the current job must have a full-time job that meet with the minimum provincial wage requirement and with the LMIA, approved LMIA. These are the few conditions that the Alberta government is looking for when you're applying for PNP. And if you're an express entry, you must have click Alberta as your destination where you want to live, right? So, do you want to suggest for a student regarding studies? Do he must study diploma, bachelor? It depends upon your previous qualification and experience. As I told you, there are so many other things we need to take into consideration when we give the consultation. So with it all depends on what you have done before and how your peer case will be dealt in future. So as a rule of thumb, there is nothing like a simple answer to that. You should have better understanding of the client first. That's why we always suggest the client to get a little bit of consultation before you apply for your case. Then you have a better idea what you are going to do in your case, right? How you want to proceed with that. Not like the again, if we go for the first question, the candidate asks for 8 months study permit and then get a PR. So after 8 months of study, then you won't be able to uh, get the PR done in 1 year, right? There are so many other things before that. What kind of experience you have in your previous country and all that stuff. Uh, yeah, a little bit busy with my all other businesses, so didn't have a time for that. Yeah. Uh, Now, visitor visa we converted another status. Yes, Shahrukh, I think we have talked about this one long time ago, and you did call me on the phone, and I explain all of those situations. Yeah, visitor visa can be converted into any other. Also, depend upon whether you can do it online or you have to go to the border. Certain country passports are not eligible to do that online. So you might have to go out of the country to get it that. The flag polling is not available at this moment. So some country passports are not eligible for that. So the other update, I did update it this morning on my YouTube about the on in-demand occupation in Quebec. So they are prioritizing work permit processing for those occupation I mentioned in my YouTube video this morning. So the positions, the one I mentioned over there, the ones in demand, those work permit processing and LMI applications are getting very fast. They are being exempt from the requirement for the advertisement before the LMIA can be given to that candidate, and the work permit will be very quick in that category. So these are the few categories. The one I mentioned, I think there are 23 or 24 no codes. They have just given the priority and fast track of the LMIA and the work permit applications. So there was another update we got it from Quebec this week. If we look at the express entry again, the we have seen the lowest CRS score in the CEC category, Canadian Experience class. It went to, I think it was 440, if I'm not mistaken of that. Let me double check for that. Yeah, it was 437. We haven't seen that low score in express entry since 2017 for Canadian Experience. So most of those ones, like for the special draws, they happen in the regular year. But this year, since March, since the travel restrictions are in place, only these kind of draws are getting out of that. And in the PNP, it was 700 plus score. So only few invitations were given in the PNP draw, but in the express entry CEC draw, there were 3,559 invitations were given for in this draw. Uh, is there any additional privilege available for? No, everybody is considered same when you're applying for PR. There are no additional privilege. Privilege always depends upon your qualification. Uh, the level of qualification does not matter which field you are. Let's say you have a bachelor's degree, that much point. If you go for masters, yes, there are. For if you are a doctorate candidate, there are more privileges available, but not for like if you are a doctor or you are a chartered accountant or you are a marketing consultant. Nothing has been given like that. So again, you check my video, Naresh. You can check my video on YouTube that I suggest how you can contact with the employers here in Canada. Yeah, there are certain recruitment agencies, well-known recruitment agencies, and there are certain rogue agencies that will just take your money away and run away. So when you are looking for the work permit or job offers, you have to be very careful. So that's the only advice I'll give you. If you come through a lawyer or consultant, yes, they will be able to provide you uh, good advice on that one. Otherwise, I have put certain videos. The scams, I'm getting those emails every day from my clients. So be careful when you're doing that one. But do check my video on YouTube about the work permit and how to approach the employers. So then you will get more information on that. Uh, Getting a study visa at any age, as I mentioned in my previous videos, live chats, that is not a difficult. Again, the only problem is how you get your application in. If your application is strong, that's not a problem. So you need to make sure that you have a strong application, you have connected well what you have done before and what you're going to do in your future. So those are the only things how you can connect your application. I have done study visa cases for the candidates, they're 45 plus, so that's not a big deal. Again, you have proper knowledge what you have done before, what you're going to do, there should be a connection, and all those things matter. If we go to the updates, there was another update that was coming from the IRCC about the asylum seekers or the refugees. Uh, Refugees are getting certain privileges right now in Canada. They are getting eligibility criteria change for them to get a permanent residence. If they are in Canada and they are working in the healthcare, government is bringing another pilot program for them to get permanent residence as quickly as possible as they can, because when you are on asylum seeker status, you always have a work permit, and if you are working in any of those healthcare fields, so you'll be able to get your permanent residence. I'm hoping within a couple of weeks we'll be having another update on this one, and government has already given us the hint that they are bringing another pilot program for all those asylum seekers who are working in healthcare, so that'll be good. Uh, when can we start visitor visa? Can you help in converting? Yes, visitor visa applications are going on right now. They were never been stopped. Only the travel restrictions are there. So you guys can start your application process anytime. Yes, our firm does help the clients to convert their status from visitor to get a permanent residence, to get a work permit, to get a study visa. We do all. We are licensed to work in any province in Canada, and we are licensed with ICCRC. So that's not a problem. You can convert into any of the status, whichever you want. Yes, there are certain rules and regulation for each application. We have to go through that. But if you want a one-on-one consultation, you can book a consultation with us. We can get your case and guide you what will be the best suitable pathway for you. Yes, again, yeah, Shahrukh, as I told you before, right? You can get it. Uh, Certain, as it depends upon the passport, so certain country passports are not allowed to apply online from within Canada. You have to step out of the country, like you can go to the border and get it done. Yeah. uh, if I give like for LMIA, I did put a complete video on LMIA, how the LMIA is being done. I just wanted to let everybody know LMIAs are only done for the employer. There is nothing to do with the candidate when we send the application for LMIA. Is for that business and for that employer. So it does not matter which country you live in. LMIAs are applications are being taken into at this moment and they are being processed. Right now, the more priority has been given to the applications in the essential category like truck drivers, healthcare workers, essential workers only. But other applications are still going on. There is no restriction on any of those ones. So it doesn't matter which country you live in, LMIAs are being processed always. They have never been stopped. Yeah, they are being slowed down, but they've never been stopped because most of the government agencies are working at a reduced capacity right now. So if they were 100 officers before taking care of application, now there'll be only 40 or 50 working. So that was the another problem why they're being slow right now. But work permit application, express entry applications, LMIA application, visitor visa application, they're all being processed, and we are do getting result. We are our company is filing those application on weekly basis. So and we do getting the results back in time. Uh, if you are going into the legal field, yeah, every province has certain license to clear. So it does not matter where you get the studies. The only thing matter which province license you have it. Only there you can practice your field. Yeah. Well, the institution Ligma. I don't know what institution Ligma is. So if you can, Vic, you can write your question properly or write the full form of Ligma. I don't know. So then I'll be able to. Yeah. Yes. The next update there was the last week one was from the British Columbia. So if we look at the BC, they have done couple of draws. One was in the tech pilot program, and in which the 87 candidates were got invited under those 29 categories, and the minimum score for that one was 82. If you have a 82 or more score, you have a full-time job and you still have a work permit of 4 months or more, then you would have got your invitation from the British Columbia under the Tech Pilot program. So you were eligible for then for applying for the PNP program in British Columbia, and from there you will go. It takes another 18 to 22 months for BC after you send your application a permanent. But BC is still doing their weekly Tech Pilot program draws and their monthly PNP draws. They are still going on. So for the immediate family member, there was another uh, update from the IRCC that from the immediate family, if you are family is here and they are here on a citizen or PR basis and you want to come to Canada and you are their immediate family member, you can still get approved and you can get approval to travel to Canada. The only thing is when you are here, you have to 2 weeks for self isolation. After that, you guys are eligible to come out. Even if you are on a work permit and you want to come to Canada on a work permit, your work permit has been approved. You can still travel, and then your employer must make sure that you go for 2 weeks self isolation, and you will also be getting paid for those 2 weeks when you are in self isolation. So the government has done various programs for uh, even for the new workers who are coming to Canada. So there's so many subsidy programs and all those things have been given out these times uh, for all the workers and for their employers, so they do not feel neglected, like they've been coming to work to Canada, helping in the economy of Canadian economy. Then they should get something when they're in self isolation for 2 weeks. So yes, I'm from India and do get visit there, but I don't think so. At this year, I'll be able to travel. Otherwise, I'll go there regularly. I have family there, so yeah. It depends upon which industries you are looking for. Every province has a different industry. Like Alberta is famous for oil and gas and natural resources industries. If we look at Ontario, they have a warehousing, they have more corporate offices. BC is famous for service industry and log industry, and the wood industry is there. So again, if we look at Quebec, Quebec is famous for their warehousing, international business, and all that stuff. So again, right? Yes, you have to it depends on what status you want to convert your visit visa into. Then you do need some kind of English requirement, either CELPIP or IELTS. Again, self IELTS of two kinds. So study visa is always required for academics, and for permanent residents, you have to have general IELTS. And some of the institutions, universities, and colleges are also accepting Duolingo. So you can go with that, but it all depends on what is your final goal when you're coming here and what you want to convert your visa into. So those are all those things we need to take care of. So for the owner operator, there are different criterias. So you can call me on the number given above. Nukela ready. So we'll go from there. First of all, I would check your eligibility, whether you're eligible, and what kind of investment, which industry, whether it's a new industry or so. Then I'll be able to give you a quote for what we are providing you services. It all depends on how many family members are coming with you. So the fees for every case will be on different basis. So I suggest you want more information about owner operator, book a consultation. Yes, I do charge $100 an hour for consultation for any kind. You can book a consultation with me, and we'll go from there, and we'll guide you step by step. Yeah, again, yeah, it's a like consultation is a time consuming process. Then we have to understand the needs of the client, what they're looking for, what is their budget, and what are their future goals, or where they are right now, what kind of experience and all those things they have before. So that's what we charge money for in consultation. Yes. No problem, Ravi. This is our business. That's what we do to earn our living. So yeah, we're in this business from long time now. So know all the cases in and out. We have gone through different variety of clients and cases. So yes, Sandeep, we're doing good. So the next uh, update was for the students from India. The Canadian government has fast tracked the study permit applications from India because India is the number one country in terms of when we're looking at the international student provider. It represents 34% of the 640,000 international students that came to Canada last year. So India is always a privilege for Canada to have, because it's a 6.2 $2 billion industry for Canadian colleges and institutions and the universities. So they always give priority for Indian students. So at this moment, from last week, government has prioritized the study permit application for Indian students who want to come to Canada on a study permit. So if any of you are in that row, so then you can simply send your application and you will see the result. I think it's only taking now 15 working days or so, but again it depends upon if your application is complete when you send first time. So those are all those things they need to take into consideration when we're talking about the application. It should be complete application. I don't know what kind of application you have submitted. So if you, that's why I'm telling you guys, please send over here. I can give you a general answer, but again, it depends upon application. Like Sandeep wrote a question right on 2nd May and then 8th of June. So, but again, question is incomplete, right? What kind of application? Yeah. Again, now he wrote work permit. So I think at this moment, the work permit, let me double check over here, but the work permit applications are from India. I hope so, right? At this moment, most of those ones they were stopped because of the biometrics were not done. But for the biometric, they have already given concession. If you're not able to, then your biometrics will be done at the port of entry. But at this moment, they're taking from India, it's like 4 months. So there will be a long time. Yeah. Federal skilled worker, the regular draw for the express entry, as they have updated at the beginning of this month. Hopefully, we're expecting the regular federal skills worker draw for the express entry end of this month or early July. So, but you never know, as most of the travel restrictions are going away by middle of this month. So after that, we could expect it early, but starting of the next month, like July, when Canada it's a Canada Day, close to Canada Day, we can expect some regular draw for the federal skilled worker. Yeah, students are not eligible to buy any property here. They can do get it on rent, but if you are coming here, if they are under 18, they are not allowed to do it. You have to be 18 plus. After that, you can purchase anything in as you are international buyer, but there will be separate taxation system. Those are all those things you need to talk to your accountant or CPA or CGA. They'll be able to guide you better on that. But under 18, they can't do anything. Above 18, yes, you're eligible to do that. Yeah, for owner operator, I suggest you book a consultation because there are so many things I need to ask over here. Just with the this, I can just give you a simple overview of owner operator. Owner operator is a federal program, and in this one you can invest anywhere in Canada. There is no minimum requirement for investment, but you cannot buy a business that is doing nothing in Canada, right? So the rule of thumb, if you are spending 100,000 plus, that would be considered as a good business investment. But below that, the quality of business won't be there. You can invest, you might get approved, but again, the business will give you nothing in return. So it all depends. So again, there is no net worth requirement in this one. So other than that, we have to check your background also, like what you have done before, and what kind of business you have done, what is your experience. It's a managerial level experience, or you are an entrepreneur in your own country. So those are all those things we need to take into consideration. Yeah. uh, just one quick update on express entry. So we are expecting that the as soon as the regular federal skilled worker draws will be out, the CRS score definitely go up in the starting. Again, because we have lost a lot of months, Canadian government a lot of months. We look at March, April, May, and now almost half of the June is gone, and they haven't uh, accepted anybody from the regular draw. So there will be a possibility that they will be doing back-to-back draws. There'll be more draws than what we have expected because they have to meet the goals for the numbers also. So if we'll go in that direction, yes, definitely the score will come down, but not at the beginning. So it will be more. Ashima, I suggest you can call me on the number given above from Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alberta time, and we'll talk about your case over there. And I'll send you a retainer agreement for our fees and services we provide. Yes, we can help you with the visitor visa and converting in a work permit. And for that one, you do not require IELTS. Yeah. So the next update, we were talking about the Quebec. So the Quebec again, they have updated their in-demand occupation list. The, the video I just put it on my YouTube channel this morning. So you can go through that if you are in those category. You would be lucky. They are doing fast track LMIA and work permit processing, and from anywhere around the world. It doesn't matter which country you are in. If your employer is ready and they're filing all that, then it will be a fast track. No advertisement required in Quebec at this moment for all those 23 or 24 categories, the one I have mentioned in the video. So that's a very good scene right now. Good direction they are going into, what we are been expecting. Because if we look at the Quebec itself, they have been facing a lot of shortage in those industries, especially in the medical field or healthcare related industry. And if you look at the numbers for the permanent residents, some of them are taking like 6 to 7 years to get the PR. Even they are here on work permit and working from long time in province of Quebec. So that's what they are trying to concern those issues right now, because of industry as a whole is into very uh, deep trouble, right? They're not able to find the quality candidates and the quality worker for their businesses. So that's why they are fast tracking all those things, and they're also trying to bring two new pilot program for the permanent residents. One is for the IT graduates, and the other one is for the healthcare related industry. So that we are hoping that will be here in fall of this year, and then it'll be all fast track for the province of Quebec. So Yeah, if you have any other question, you can type it now. Otherwise, we'll wrap up this session. We'll try to come back next week also. And again, hoping that end of this month and early next month, we'll be able to see the regular federal skilled worker draws in Express Entry. And also, we haven't seen any draw for the federal skilled trade workers. So that is also expected to come pretty soon. And from there, we'll be able to uh, get those ones because mostly the government of Canada does 2 to 3 draws for federal skilled trade workers with a very low CRS score. We have seen that went down to 225 one time and 275. It's always between the range of 225 to 275. So there's another opportunity if you're eligible for under that. So you can send your application under Express Entry and Federal Skilled Trade Worker Program, and hoping that draw will come pretty soon. As soon as the travel restriction will be up, we'll see that one. So, Mohsin, I did not apply your case. I don't know then who did apply. If you have applied through a consultant, they must have an update about your case. So please contact them, as I think I mentioned you in 2 or 3 weeks before when we did the live streaming. So, as I don't have any information, send your consultant lawyer, tell them to ask CAC about the processing time and what they are doing with your case. If they are looking for any other update or information from your employer or from you, please send those documents and then they'll be able to tell you. Yeah, Rohit, please call for owner operator LMIA. Then we'll go detail about your case. Yeah. Uh, Adil Rao. So if I'll try to start talking about international skilled worker mobility program, that's another topic for an hour or so. So yeah, if you need more information about those ones, you can contact me on one-on-one basis. We'll be able to answer all your questions related to your uh, inquiry about that. Yeah. So if you are already, Mohsin, if you're already talking to your consultant, and then it's better to go with him. If I will take your case, I'll give you any update. I do charge my consultation fees, so it's better to stick with one. Yeah. But if you're ready, we can take your case. You can sign a consultation agreement with me, and we'll go for all over there, and I can get you an answer from the immigration authorities. Yes. Okay, any other question, general question, not for the case specific, because case specific will take like a lot of information and online is not recommended. I do not recommend anybody to put their personal information online and share with everybody. So, yeah. Okay. Anyone else has any general question regarding Canadian immigration? Can type it, and otherwise, I'll wrap up this session now and we'll be back next week. So I cannot commit to any day because my other business, I do need some time over there. So whenever I get a chance, I come back over here and share all the updates and answer some of the general questions you guys have it. So again, I would like to thank all of you who joined today with us, and we'll try to see you next time. And wherever you are, stay safe. Follow the instruction for your healthcare uh, practitioner in your country. So then we'll talk to you later on. Thank you very much and have a good night from here in Canada.